Hi friends, today I'm going to show you the migration of WebSphere from one server to another server. Okay, so let's start with that. So this is the rough figure or a drawing what I have drawn. Okay, so this is WebSphere 1 and this is WebSphere 2. So these both are the different servers. Okay, so what will be my first step? My first step will be to check if on the both servers WebSphere is installed or not with the same version. So because we are doing just the migration from one server to another, so for that same version should be there for both the WebSpheres. Okay, so before starting, I want to show you this one. This is my first WebSphere server. Okay, so here what you can see, I have two servers. One is server 1 and one is server 2. Server 2 is in cluster, server 1 is not in cluster. So if you see the applications, there are two applications which I have hosted, hello world and sample. So if I try to access those applications, I am able to access those applications, hello world. Okay, so same as this one, sample JSP. Okay, so these are two applications which we are going to migrate to the new servers. So let's start with that. So this here, this is my first server, this is my second server. Okay, so before starting the migration, what you need to do, you need to take a config backup. So config backup, we can use nostop commands. Okay, so I am using nostop command so that while taking configuration backup, the console should not be in stop state. Files dmgr, so I am into the dmgr bin folder. First I am going to take the dmgr backup. I want to execute this command from the dmgr bin. Okay, so let's execute this command. So I have made a directory over here and there is nothing in this directory. So let's initiate the backup command, backup config command. So this is the simplest way I could find on the internet. I will share you where we can find these particular steps. Okay, so if you check here, the dmgr is created, dmgr zip file is been created. So I will take the same backup for the second profile, which is custom01. Okay, so let's start with that. So here I'm taking backup for second custom profile. So as you can see, this backup will get complete in another 30 seconds. Okay, so backup is completed. We'll go into a specific directory. As you can see, the backup zips has been created. So the next step would be to SAP the backup configs to the second servers, second WebSphere node. Okay, so step 2 starts from here. SAP step I have not added, you can add it whenever you want. So SAP the zip files. Okay, so I have zipped those files, SAP's those files. So as you can see, 29th March 802, the files has been sent. I think the date is not saying. You can ignore that. Okay, So next step is that we need to create a dummy profiles before migration, so that it would be easy to migrate. So before creating that, just kindly note that we need to put the same node name and cell name as per the old profiles. Okay. So next thing what I'm going to do, I'm going to note down all the node name and cell names whatever I have. So this is my cell name, this is my node. So I will make a note somewhere so that for the future reference it will be easy for me. So as you can see, we have mentioned over here. So now I'm going to create the web profiles on the second server. So while creating those, I need to check if I'm using the correct node name and cell name as per the old ones. So WebSphere, yeah, this is the cell name and this is the node name. Okay, so I'm going to create dummy profiles. So if you see here, there are no profiles which I have created. Okay, so I'm going to create profiles. The first profile I'm going to create is the dmgr. I have given the name dmgr01. This may take 1 minute or something. So once this profile is created, we'll create a second profile as well. So as you can see here, the profile has been created. I'm doing the same for the custom 02 profile. So as you see here, second profile is also created. So let's move on to the next step, which is restoring of the config backup. I've just put a delete profile so we can refer if we go wrong at some point. So then I will start with the restore config. So for that we need to go into profiles. The profile I will go into the dmgr first and select the dmgr profile. So before doing that, we'll check if the file is present on the specific location or not. Yeah, this file is present on a specific location. So we will start executing this command in the bin, dmgr bin. So yeah, the restoration has been completed. We'll do the same process for the second profile, which is custom 01. So after executing these restore commands, the first thing what you need to do is to change the host name, because since you have taken the backup config from the old server and done SAP on the new server, so it will have the old host name. So if you try to start, it may point to the old host. Okay, so first I will change the host name. So I will execute ws command. So here we are in the custom 01 folder. I'll start with the dmgr first, and then come to the second profile. So here this is the command. You can find these commands on the internet easily. Admin does change hostname. So after executing this command, it will ask the node name, which node you need to change the hostname for. So we have already mentioned the nodes in our nodes, so that would be easy. I'll first start with the manage nodes. So what hostname I want? .example.com. So this is my new server name. I will perform the same action for the second node. So yes, action is done. So don't get confused, this is the cell name, so you don't need to perform the same one for the cell. We need to only perform for the nodes. So after executing this command, we need to execute admin-config save. Okay, so the hostname is changed for the dmgr profile. We need to do the same for the second profile as well, otherwise it won't reflect. Okay, so node 01 I will start because I am pointing to the node 01 for this profile, so I have taken this first. So I have changed the hostname here for both the nodes, both the profiles, sorry. So now I am trying to start the dmgr. So this may take several minutes. So as you can see, it took time, but it started. So I'm going to start the same for second profile. So till then we can check if it is up or not. Meanwhile also you can check the old profile, old server, which is running or not. Ideally it should be running. If it is not running, then it could be some mistake that you have done. So as you can see, console is up. We are able to log in into the server. So two servers are there. Our old servers are there. Okay, applications have been migrated successfully. You can check all the resources and all the remaining configs you have as per your environment. If you have data source, you can check the data source. If you have JMS, you can check the JMS and other stuffs too. So as you can see here, the second node is also up. Let's check the same in the console. Yeah, so I can see the nodes are up. I'm starting the servers. After starting the servers, I will check if my applications are working or not. Yes, you can see my application is there, which is up. Second server is still in the starting state. Okay, you can see the both my JVMs are up and running. Yeah, you can see my second application is also working fine. So these are the basic steps for the migration. But still, if there is a requirement to change the cell name and node name, we can do that also. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rename the cell, because I don't want the same cell name as it was in the old server. My servers are stopped. I'm going to stop my node also. So node is also stopped. I will check if my node is stopped or not. So I can see only one process is running, which is dmgr. So here I am not going to stop my dmgr for the cell name, which I am going to change. So I am going to rename my cell. So I am going to rename it to was cell. Enter default. So here I will enter my dmgr hostname. Here I will enter my soap port, and I have used the default soap port. This may take a couple of minutes. So as you can see, I have some errors in this task. I will retry naming it. I will try to give the default one, and I have entered it. So you may face these kind of errors. The nodes are not in sync. So what I will do, I will stop it and start again. Okay, now I can see my dmgr has been stopped. I'm in a custom 01 profile. That's why I'm getting this errors. We'll go in the dmgr, start the dmgr. So previous error I was getting because I was in the second profile. First you need to change it for the dmgr profile, then you need to go for the second profiles. So yes, my dmgr has been launched. I'll check it once again. So yes, my dmgr is up. Now I will try to change it. So it's taking time, it's progress. Yeah, so it has been completed. Okay, I've saved it. If you want to check, we'll first stop it once again and start it. So yeah, it stopped. Starting it again. So dmgr has been started. So if you go and log in once again, and check the cellName would be different. Where cell is my cellName. So I'll perform the same steps in the second profile. So it's better always to copy so that you will not mistake anything. Okay, I think this piece. Yeah, there was a space in between, that's why it was giving error. Once this is complete, Yeah, so it is complete without errors. So I will perform admin save, start node. Okay, now it is started. We'll check the nodes. Yeah, it is started. I'll try to start my application or my servers. See, it is not loading now because it is stopped. I think so. Okay, still loading. Yeah, so this application is up and running. This application is also up and running. Fine. So now the last step, I want to change the node names. I have to do the same. I have to stop the services. For the node change, you need to stop the dmgr also. Okay, so we'll check. Still on stopping mode. Okay, yeah, great. Now I can start with the renaming of my node. So what is my old node name? So I'll start with my dmgr node name. This is my old node name. I will rename it as dmgr manager01. Yes, finished. Okay, rename is complete. Rename the same for the second node. Node01. After doing this, I need to save. So I'm making a node, node01 and dmgr manager. So yeah, save has been done. Start manager.sh. In the meanwhile, I'll perform the same. Okay, so it will have some errors. Check if it is running or not. It's not running. So I will go into the setup cmd.sh. This, if you see here, there is old node name. So I'll replace it with a new node name. Since I'm doing in the dmgr, it is dmgr manager 01. Now I'll try to start. So yeah, my dmgr has been started. You can check. See, node 1. Okay, and my dmgr node, okay, dmgr manager 01. So we need to perform the same in the second node of the profiles. Old node name. What is my old node name? My old node name is this one. What is my new one? This one. So if you do a copy paste, then it will be easy to enter the commands. So if you got this error, just ignore it. This is giving error because we are trying to change the dmgr node, but we are in the WebSphere node 01. So if I try this one, you won't find any errors for this one. See, okay, so it's better to do for all the nodes in all the profiles. So yes, so it will also get some errors. So I'll try to avoid that by changing the node name over here. Node 01. Yes, I want this one. So yes, it has been started. Let's check it out. Okay, yeah, let's try to start our applications. So these node name and cell rename, it's an optional thing you can do as per your requirement. So yes, it has started. Let's check it. Yes, I am able to access my applications successfully, and my node name has been changed. Also my cell name, node name for both the nodes have been changed, and my cell name is also been changed. So these are the migration steps. I will be posting the same in the description. So what we learned today, what steps we need to perform: backing up the configs, after that creating a dumpy profiles on the new server, restore config on the new servers, and after that changing the host name. This is the important step. Don't miss it, or else you will have trouble accessing both the environments. Okay, so one more thing I want to show you, that these all things I have referred from the IBM docs. Okay, here there are multiple steps, but don't get confused. You will have the backup commands. You can modify it as per your requirement, username and password if there is. So there are two types of migrations mentioned over here. One is from the pre-upgrade command also. Right now I have shown you by using backupConfig and restoreConfig. Okay, so this is the same, that creating a dummy profiles over here. So after creating the dummy profiles, yeah, so this is the pre-upgrade command. So we have not used that, we have used directly restoreConfig. If you go down, so manage profile, so restore config command is here. There is relatable documents over here. You also can find it on Google, IBM docs for this one. So this is the migration steps what I follow. So I want to mention the thing that whenever you are changing the cell name, first change it for the dmgr and then change it for the custom 01. Okay, thanks guys. If you have any comments, do mention it. I'll try to answer them as soon as possible.